100 students from across the state spent their Sunday night dining with Governor Haslam in Nashville. This was all thanks to their love of reading. Reporter Shannon Smith spoke to one East Tennessee first grader who was lucky to make the trip. Shannon?
Well, Brandon, it's like you said, all thanks to her reading. It's 6-year-old first grader Hannah Spradling who made that list of the top 100 readers to have that chance to dine with the governor in Nashville.
I'll go to bed early tomorrow night instead.
6-year-old Hannah Spradling has read a lot of books.
100?
It's something she really loves to do.
They're really fun to read and they can help me learn.
She read enough this summer to get special recognition from the governor.
Did you talk to the governor?
Yeah.
What did he tell you?
That I'm really special.
Hannah logged at least 2,000 minutes of reading this summer and then was chosen in a lottery to go to a special dinner at the governor's mansion.
I couldn't believe it. I knew that we had a chance of going, and I knew she was young, and I didn't know how that factored in, but we were pretty shocked and really excited.
Hannah and her mom, Lauren, made the trip to Nashville on Sunday. She dined with the governor, first lady, and 99 other readers.
It was really fancy, and there's a room called the sunroom, which was really cool too. And they laid the red rug down.
It's all part of First Lady Chrissy Haslam's push for kids to start reading early on. Hannah's mom said that the dinner helped her daughters see where reading can take you.
She normally is pretty shy and pretty drawn back, but knowing I think everyone there was a reader like she was, she's really come out of her shell more with this.
A former English teacher, Lauren started reading with her kids at a young age.
Tell me about your day.
And hopes other parents will do the same.
She can only progress. She won't go backwards in reading. There's never going to be a time where she regrets reading a book.
The end.
And Hannah's hoping to hit that 2,000-minute mark to rank her in the top 100 kids again next summer. This competition is open to all elementary school students throughout the state of Tennessee. Brandon, Beth.
All right, Shannon, good story. Thanks a lot.